Trailing the Hunter's Moon is presented by Ruger, rugged, reliable firearms. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Trichicon, brilliant aiming solutions. Wildlife Systems, serving hunters and landowners since 1987. DSC, conservation, education, and protecting hunters' rights.
See what the weather's gonna be like. Santa Elena, Texas. I can look at my phone while I'm driving on the ranch.
No, you can't.
Well, it's only gonna be 80 tomorrow, 86 on Monday, and then we're gonna get a little cold front. It's gonna be 65 on Tuesday. So we got 2 good hot days of hunting and 1 good day of weather on a 3-day hunt. But that's South Texas. They're used to the hot weather most of the time. I like for it to be a little cooler. We have just showed up at the Los Islas Ranch to hunt with our good friends, Wildlife Systems, Mr. Greg Simons and his crew. I believe Greg will be in camp just for tonight, is what he told me. And I think we just found the big, beautiful lodge that we're going to be staying at. Excited to hunt this ranch. I've heard about this ranch for a long, long time. Pretty special place. Be able to have this opportunity, so we'll go meet everybody and get unpacked, and tomorrow starts the hunt. Pretty fancy, huh?
That's the oldest deer right there. Don't you think, Ted? Right here on the left side of the road, fixing him and chewing on the limbs.
I think the oldest one is, yeah, that's probably him.
Yeah, he's so big and fat.
Yeah.
Look at him make that scrape. Look at there. Then he's gonna pee in it. Here comes the other 10-point down here. Check it out. Bending his ears. Look here, boys. Look here.
Okay, that's,
Oh, here comes the little young buck walking past that little young deer. What's she nervous about?
This segment of DSC's Trailing the Hunter's Moon is brought to you by double nickel taxidermy.
Look at there, he's scraping again. Look here, look here. Perfect display of marking territory and showing dominance. He's gonna make another scrape right there too, watch. Good morning, Mr. Ted. I saw a lot of deer. It was exciting this morning. Started off pretty foggy, but actually hunting in the fog down here in South Texas, it just kind of makes it suspenseful. Silhouette of those bucks walking through the fog, it's got you guessing all the whole time. But it was active. It was very active this morning. I love it. Just like that. We were driving right along out here. You can see his drag right around going across the road. And Ted pointed out the snake drag. I looked off just the road and I could see his. And there he is. I took him out. Safe, we're locked and loaded, back in the same stand we were this morning, simply because there was just too much deer activity around it this morning and it was super foggy. We don't feel like we got to really see everything that was moving around here this morning, so we've come back to the same stand. Wind's picked up a little bit, but I don't think that's going to hurt us at all. See what we see.
He's ugly again. Oh, he's got it stuck in his. He's got it stuck in his. Antlers. Yeah, he's got it stuck in his antlers. That's funny. There he is.
That's cool.
This segment of Trailing the Hunter's Moon is provided by Ripcord Rescue Travel Protection. We got your back.
Howdy, I'm Greg Simons with Wildlife Systems. One of the tenets of the North American model of wildlife conservation has to do with wildlife as an international resource. The first international wildlife law that was created was in 1918, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, and it was a law that yielded great results with the recovery of lots of different waterfowl species over the next several decades. And when we think about international wildlife or wildlife that's shared between countries, we often think of migratory birds, but the reality is there's various mammals and reptiles that are shared between these different countries. So whether we're talking about border walls or lines in the sand, it's important that we recognize that we have laws in place that are sensitive towards those wildlife species that are shared between countries.
He's making a scrape over there with that dust. You getting that? That's awesome. He's peeing in it now.
They're definitely doing their thing. Come on, buddy, do it.
Very cool. Changing locations, changing hats. Only a good blistering 86 or 88 degrees or something today in South Texas. Right before a cold front. Tomorrow it's going to be completely different conditions. It's supposed to be windy. It's supposed to be like down in the upper 40s. But just because it's hot today, that doesn't mean the deer won't move. So we're going to get old lucky. Wildlife Systems hat because I'm on the Wildlife Systems on.
Another location. We're gonna move. While the bucks are moving, we're gonna move with them.
We wanted the cooler temperatures because it's been miserably hot down here in South Texas, but just doesn't have the deer moving a whole lot. Hopefully, according to the weatherman, weather's going to, or the wind is going to lie down this afternoon, but we haven't seen a deer in the last hour. I really think just because the deer have taken to the cover, so I think we're gonna get out, maybe just move around. just don't have enough light. I just seen a really big buck. Across the road, he's going left to the feeder. He just crossed. He's a really big buck. Really long tine deer. Oh, I hope he comes back. Where are you at, buddy? Good God, that's a giant. We got a really big deer down here, Ted. A really big deer. He's in the road right now. That's him.
This segment of Trailing the Hunter's Moon is provided by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association, the voice of Texas hunting. Kinnetrek, boots for the trail less traveled. MB Ranch King blinds, built in pursuit of perfection. Double nickel taxidermy. And by Ripcord, rescue travel protection. We got your back.
That's a hell of a 9 point. Boy, them deer are nervous.
Yeah, they're ready on point now for something. I can turn around and see if there's anything behind.
God dang, what they running off for? Come on, settle down. I think it's a big 8. He's definitely trailing.
That's not the 9.
No. Oh, they're moving. They're moving. I wonder if we could rattle him in.
Yeah, I don't know. We could always try that also.
But just the way he was acting.
He's trailing hard.
Yeah, but he's
not
on.
interested.
He's searching.
He's just interested in dough, and that's it.
It's part of it. It's hunting South Texas when you're in the land where there's big bucks. I let another big buck go just because there was an even bigger buck.
No light.
Not enough light.
Yeah.
Overcast skies, it just took a little bit longer for it to get light. Even when it was legal shooting light, according to what sunrise was or sunup, it was still very difficult to see.
Oh, it was most certainly illegal shooting light, without a doubt. I mean, shooting time.
Yeah.
No problem.
But just, not just for the cameras, even just for us, it was difficult for us to make sure that it was a deer we were looking for. And he only has one thing on his mind, and it's just that time of the season. as a shooter all day long. On my last day of the hunt. And to watch that deer run off too.